has gotten a little warm.
I know, but you know what? Here's the thing. If you like to lay out by the pool, something like that, it's a good time to do that. I heard lots of people at the pool yesterday, so a good time. Just make sure. It always makes me cringe a little bit, and I'm like, please, I hope you're wearing sunscreen, especially because we have a UV alert in place for today. So we'll get into all of that in just a second. But first, current temperature sitting at 64 degrees right now, relatively dry out there, and your winds pretty light at this time. Across the whole valley, most of us are feeling temps in the mid to upper 50s to low 60s in some areas like Glendale and Deer Valley, as well as Scottsdale and Fountain Hills. Across the state, those temperatures have dropped below freezing in Flagstaff, down to 30 degrees there. We just saw that live update out in the western region of the state, but 44 in Winslow. I'm going to stick over here. 32 in Heber, 41 in Shiloh, and 54 right now in Globe. Now, I want to show you futurecast winds here because as far as rain goes or moisture, we're not really going to be getting a lot of it the next couple of days. Now, we will see some clouds move on through, and we're already seeing that this morning, but the winds is something that you may want to be aware of, especially if you're going to be traveling to the northern half of the state. For us here in the valley, we won't see winds really pick up until we get into the late afternoon and early evening, but you'll notice up in the northwest, that's where we're going to see some of those stronger winds. Close to 20-mile-an-hour winds in Kingman, about 15-mile-an-hour winds in Flagstaff and the Grand Canyon as well. We'll keep them pretty strong through tonight. We'll also see our winds kick up to about 10 miles an hour. I don't think any much stronger than that. So that's some good news. And then as we get into the overnight hours, things will definitely calm down statewide. So that's good news. Take a look at your daytime highs today, no matter where you're going to be. If you're traveling on this beautiful weekend, we'll hit 80 in Sedona. It's going to be very warm. 76 in Payson, 68 in Flagstaff. If you're planning a trip to the Grand Canyon, upper 60s there, so not bad. Kingman in the low 80s, but definitely the warmest spots are going to be here down to the southwest. I think our warmest area in the state is going to be Yuma, topping out at 94 degrees today there, as well as Gila Bend. For us here in the valley, a closer look at home. Average, that 30-year average anyway, is 81 degrees. We're going to be a whole 10 degrees above that in spots like Chandler, Tempe, and Ahwatukee. We'll hit 90 in Glendale, 90 in Scottsdale, 92 in Mesa, 91 in Gilbert. And if we go to the West Valley, we'll hit 92 in Levine and 92 in Goodyear. It is going to be a little bit toasty for sure. Here's a look at how we're going to get to those daytime highs. As that camera goes out, that's okay. The numbers are still here, and that's what I want you to see. The mornings will still be cool and mild. By lunchtime, we already start to warm up, upper 80s, dry conditions, but you'll notice those clouds as we get into the afternoon. For sure, they'll thicken up, and then we'll be under partly cloudy skies. So not a ton of sunshine today, but still very warm temperatures, 92 by 3, 91 by 5 o'clock. Now, we talked about that UV alert, and this is why. We're going to be at an 8 today. That puts us in the very high category, so that burn time is only about 15 minutes. Super important to have that SPF and reapply. I know I'm guilty of not reapplying sometimes, but it's a good reminder for all of us. So take a look at your 7-day forecast. The 90s are going to be sticking around through Easter Sunday, so we'll hit the low 90s for tomorrow. Those Easter egg hunts might be a little bit toasty. The 80s are going to make a brief comeback, so that's some good news. Monday and Tuesday we'll get a slight reprieve from the 90s, but boy, that doesn't last long, and I meant very slight, right? Because it looks like 90s for the better part of next week. Going to be very toasty with some more sunshine, though, breaking through on Tuesday.